Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. We're going to be doing a little bit of a voiceover today, and hopefully y'all will enjoy that. This is just a regular old weekday in our household. And I wasn't feeling the greatest on this day. Thankfully, all is fine now. It was a very short little thing, but Zach stepped in and did a lot of the stuff that I would do, and I'm so grateful for that because he is such an amazing husband and father. So Monday through Friday, we homeschool. If you don't know that, we do that. We've been doing that for many years now, basically ever since the kids started school. And it's a regular thing. It takes us about an hour to 3 hours. It just kind of depends on the day. And we're pretty much in the house during that time. We like to just really get through it, let the kids focus, let them get their work done, which they do their online classes. And then after that, they have many worksheets that they'll do. Some days is more than others, but they'll bring them to us and we'll do it together. And then they also have to read their books. So they have to read 20 pages a day of their required school books. Those are the ones that I have chosen for them. I can share those. I do have a list if anybody's interested in it, but you could just Google like third grade reading list and fifth grade reading list, and it'll give you the same books that I chose. So they're required to read 20 pages of those each day, and then if they want to read more, they're more than welcome to. They have their own fun books that they choose, and they love to read, so they're pretty good little readers, and I'm proud of them. So first this year, Wyatt read Tuck Everlasting. He loved it, and then now he is on to, well, actually, he's already finished it. He finished it a couple days ago, but it was The Hatchet. And now his fun book that he's reading, but I'm also going to count it as part of our school because he can take tests on it, is The Series of Unfortunate Events. I loved those books growing up, and he's really getting into them, so he's on the very first one. He'll have a whole lot to go, and he thinks they're really cute. So I'm not sure about you growing up, or I'm really not even sure about different states or how this works. But where I grew up, we had this thing called accelerated reader in school, and we would read the books that our teachers would require. Plus, we could do extras if we wanted to. We could check them out of the school library or our own libraries in town. And you read them, and then you take these little quizzes online, and you get points for it. Well, through my research, I learned that that is not available to homeschool students, which I think is kind of wonky, but whatever. But I did find a similar program called Read and Quiz, and they have a homeschool version. So that's what I'm using for that. If you're curious, they do take the little quizzes. Most are 10 questions. You can set the passing grade to what you want it to be, and then they get points for that if they pass. And it's really working out well. It really helps them with reading comprehension, and it's a really just easy and fun thing to use. So I'm super glad I found that. And if that's something you've been looking for, there you go. Okay, enough about homeschooling. I think we've chatted about that enough. But if you do have questions or just want to talk about it, you can always feel free to message me. So we are back into the heat, unfortunately, but I don't think it's going to be a total heat wave for too long. Hopefully, at the most, it'll be about a week. So we just have to go around and make sure that everybody has fresh water constantly all day long, especially these little puppies. They run and play their little hearts out. They're so adorable, so they need water all the time. We do still have a few for sale if you are interested. They are so sweet, as you can see. They love people. They're fun. They are puppies, so they're a handful, and they will get bigger, but they are just so much fun right now. We are going to seriously miss them when they're not around. We enjoy every moment that we get with them, but we know that their purpose is to go to their forever home and protect and guard or be man's best friend. And so we do train them up for that. They are trained, they are ready to do that. They have been around chickens and cats, kittens, other dogs, goats, you name it. They're around it and they're good with them. They have already starting their guarding skills, which is really cool to watch, especially when they're babies. It's cute, but it's also like, wow, okay, you really do understand the assignment. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you've been looking for one, or you're thinking about it, contact us. Like I said, we do have a few left. They are starting to be rehomed now. We're already missing them, but they are ready to go. We are soaking up the last few days, or probably not the last few days, but probably the last few times that we're going to be able to have full-blown clothesline days. We will go into the fall, and sometimes in the winter we'll even have a warm enough day. But it won't be every single time like it is now. So we're soaking up those days. We absolutely love trying our clothes on the line, and we know most of you do too. And now it's dinner time. And Usually we don't just throw stuff out of a can or a box, but this was just one of those days where it was easier. The kids were not going to complain about it, and we just did it. And it was a yummy meal. It was nutritious. Everyone loved it, and we got our bellies full. Don't kid yourselves into thinking that every single meal that we make is from scratch. We have never claimed that, not from day one. Sometimes they are. Sometimes we make everything from scratch for one meal, and then other times it comes in the form of this. And that is totally okay. Don't ever beat yourself up about that. If you are a homestead, if you're not a homestead, if you're aspiring to be, if you used to be, some days are different. And some days you just need convenience and you need to get the food out and fill bellies no matter what form it comes in. And don't ever let anybody make you feel bad about that. So we did enjoy this meal together as a family. Typically, our days are different, but most days we don't eat a full breakfast. Sometimes we'll do a treat like pancakes or something like that, and we will eat a full breakfast together. Lunchtime is kind of usually individual. It's whatever each person wants, and the kids can make it themselves. We make our own lunch, but dinner time is all the same. We eat it together. The kids do get little things different, like Wyatt's not a fan of macaroni, but he will eat turnip greens. Raylan doesn't like turnip greens, but she's a fan of macaroni. So we try to balance it out with different veggies and different fruits just to make sure that everyone's getting nutrition. But we're not that family that's like, if it's on the plate, you have to eat it or you're going to bed without dinner. That's just not us. If you run your family that way, cool. But we just want to make sure that they are fed and full and happy when they lay their heads down at night. Speaking of and showing all this food, I will have a Thrive order video coming out very soon. I did get my order in and I have gone through it, but I want to sit down and make a video of it because you all really enjoyed the last one. So many of you have asked about the lawsuit and about our future and what in the world we're talking about, why we're being secretive, all that fun stuff. We are not in any way being secretive or trying to draw up whatever you think we're drawing up. We are just telling you our daily lives. And if we didn't mention that, then sometimes the looks on our faces and our attitudes would not make any sense. So we just try to be open and transparent. However, there is only so far that we can go, especially on social media. But we have told you 1,000 times, you will hear the full story when it's time and when it's safe to do so. And I promise you will hear it all. But unfortunately, there is not really even an update on our end. We don't know a whole lot of anything. We're just waiting. Time will tell. Everything will work out. Everything will be fine. We will be where we're supposed to be. Don't be stressed for us. Don't be sad. You can always pray if you want to. We're never going to tell people not to do that. But just try not to worry about it because that's what we're trying to do. We are still really enjoying our fresh flowers, getting fresh bouquets, and just looking at the beauty through the windows and outside. We love our flowers. We have a whole mix of things in here, but check out these really cool ones. Look at this bee. He's getting all happy and pollen drunk, and look at this cicada. He came out of his shell and he was just sitting beside it, so that was super cool. And then, of course, good old Rusty. He's still around. He's a good old dog. We let him out sometimes at night, and he just gets to run the whole farm. But if you made it to the end of this video, you get a treat. So we do have our Labor Day sale starting now. You get 20% off your order of $20 or more. Of course, there's free shipping when you spend $50 or more. And everything is on sale. Everything is stocked up. There is all kinds of chickweed. So if you're wanting to stock up on chickweed, if you're enjoying it, go get you some and take advantage of this sale. We hope y'all enjoy this video. We love y'all, and we will see you on the next one very soon. Have a wonderful week.